Hello?
Hi, is this Theodora?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Hi, good. This is Matt in the State Attorney's Office.
Yes. Sorry, just trying to grab my charger.
Yeah, you're okay. Take your time.
Sorry, 1 second. Okay, hi.
Hi. Peggy asked me to give you a call.
Yes, so I just wanted to, because I had filed the appearance in lieu of Attorney Hillis, and she mentioned that she thought that he did a motion to withdraw or something, but she wasn't sure, so does that mean that he's not on anymore?
Technically, he is still on. However, I don't want to. Ultimately, decisions about representation are made by judges. They certainly should not be made by prosecutors. So you understand that whatever I tell you is just my understanding of the situation. But my understanding from speaking both with the judge and with Attorney Hillis is that he will be, hey, good night, he will be removed, but the judge is going to want a motion to withdraw. He intends to file a motion to withdraw, and on March 4th, I expect a judge to grant the motion to withdraw, so he's formally removed. Obviously, I'm speaking to you. I understand that it's probably heading in that direction. I don't think you're being prejudiced in any way by the fact that it hasn't formally happened yet, but the judge is going to want that on the record, I expect.
Well, the part that prejudices is that March is 2 months away. And so I'd like to be able to speak to you since I have filed an appearance in lieu of him, which is.
And I'm speaking to you.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure because she was like, oh, we can't talk if you have Mr. Hillis. So.
You and I are talking, so I think that's taken care of. Now, I will say this: I do want to treat you like every other defendant, right? And I typically don't make a habit of speaking about cases over the phone. What our process here is we schedule court dates, and those are the dates that we speak. And I think it's probably best done that way. But I'm going to return your phone calls when you call, so it's not that I'm not speaking to you.
Well, one thing is I know very well that attorneys have off the record conversations with prosecutors all the time, and people who do not have an attorney also will. And so, for example, Matt, both of his cases, no attorney, spoke directly to the prosecutor, didn't even have to go to court most of the time. And there's been many times with Attorney Hillis where he tells me, don't even go to court. I'll just text the prosecutor. I'll just talk to her. Okay. So it's like, if the person has no lawyer, it should be like, I should be treated as if I'm an attorney that you're talking to that's representing myself. And that's what a pro se person technically is. And so I just want to be able to treat me the same as you would treat me if I was Mr. Hillis, where you would talk to him on the phone, or maybe we can make an appointment. Can I come to talk to you in person?
I'm doing that. Yes.
Yeah, and I know it's after 5 right now and stuff, so I didn't know if maybe.
No. I'm speaking to you, and I'm not cutting you off in any way. And you and I are going to have a conversation. Can I make the point that it is a little bit different? I understand your interest in being treated just like an attorney, and I'm certainly going to do that to an extent. However, there is an aspect of this that's a little bit different, right? Because you're also personally invested in a way that is different from a lot of conversations that I have with attorneys, right? And so I want to be mindful when we're speaking that you're also the person who is most personally affected by every decision that gets made, and it does make it so that it's just a different dynamic,
Yeah, and I spoke to somebody else who had recently gotten an arrest in Milford, and they said that they spoke to an attorney that said, oh, you won't even have to come to court on the arraignment. I'm going to get this dropped with the prosecutor because there's no probable cause. Then I see other cases like Matt's getting dropped for quoting on the
Yeah,
record.
but
I know, but can I just finish? Can I just at least like finish my sentence? Can I at least like finish my sentence? Because I just don't want to be talked over. I don't like when people talk over me and try to like, just interrupt me.
I just want to jump. No, you got to let me jump in.
I know, but you don't even let me finish my sentence. Like I listen to you. Like I just.
Theodora, if we're going to do this, if we're going to do this, and you're going to make a point, you got to let me respond. Okay? You made a point about an attorney who made a comment to a client about you don't have to show up for arraignment. I'm going to get this dismissed. There's no probable cause. Theodora, I have been in this courthouse for the last 8 years. I have handled tens of thousands of arraignments. That has never happened. It has never happened.
Look, I'll give you the name of the person and the attorney if you don't believe me. I don't have a reason to make things up like this.
No. I believe that somebody said that. But if you are left with the impression that you are being treated differently than anyone else based on a story like that, it's unfair. I know attorneys say things to their clients all the time, but I should not be beholden to the story like that because it has never happened. I have handled tens of thousands of arraignments. Not once has there ever been a situation where a client has been told, you do not need to come to court because I'm going to get it thrown out because it lacks probable cause. It simply does not happen.
Okay, but at the same time, the prosecutor has a duty that if there's no probable cause, they can't continue to prosecute a case. And I've been telling you since day one that there was no probable cause for arrest, that I'm immune from that. I was a victim who was a protected party on a protective order, calling the police for help. In Officer Correa's statement, as well as in Matthew's sworn statement, they both state and the videos corroborate that he spoke to me outside that app multiple times that day. He was not charged with felony violation of protective order. Instead, I was signed for a warrant 2 weeks later. That warrant contained misinformation and things where I could prove to you literally in a period of 10 minutes if you sat down and talked to me and I showed...
The thing is, I have requested the video from the Orange Police Department, so I'm going to be able to watch everything. I got the impression on our last court date that this may be heading to a place where we're not going to come to a compromise. And so I wanted to get the video from the Orange Police Department, and I will review that. So the good thing is I'm going to be able to watch what happened there and kind of assess it.
Yeah, and also under oath, under penalty of perjury, Matthew Lodi said that he received a phone call from Officer Correa saying that they were sick and tired of me calling the police, reporting him violating the order, that they were going to maliciously have me arrested out of retaliation. Officer Correa, in a previous police report, which I can provide you, wrote in his report that he was not going to tell somebody to stop harassing me. He's shown nothing but bias towards me and retaliation and harassment. I have all of this stuff documented. He's also shown excessive force and been investigated for shooting people. He's shown like bias against me through that thing. What Matthew stated on the record is also crucial evidence because he claimed that this conversation happened. When I contacted Orange PD over the summer to request that recorded call, they claimed that they didn't have it. They won't give me reports. They won't give me videos. They're hiding and deleting and doing shady things with the evidence. And so that's why I put in that other request, because I said to Attorney Hillis that you had given me, and I didn't even watch I didn't even look at the video from Milford yet, because again, the Milford case is completely wrong. I did not violate anything. I did not violate the protective order. There's lack of probable cause. They legally detained me for over an hour, and then they read me my rights. And all the statements there were all made prior to that. I can give you a whole entire brief showing case law of what the Supreme Court states as being arrested means. And I'd like to have an opportunity to just speak to you, show you a smart, educated, organized argument that there's a lack of probable cause. There's holes in the case that this can't sustain a trial, and the protective order needs to be vacated. And I can also show you examples of case law in our state of criminal cases where the people were not given protective orders for custodial interference, for other charges. That why was a charge of disorderly conduct and false statement to police given a full no contact protective order? You stated that you couldn't meet your burden, then you can't meet your burden to say that this needs to be on. Matt talks to me every single day and harasses me on calls, like literally harasses me and tells me to talk to him and not be a child. And then he wants